Okay, at this time, I'm going to call to order the December 18th, 2024 Pollyant Trailway Management Council meeting. So at this time, we're going to have a pledge of allegiance and have an invocation by Vice Chair Brakefield. So if we'd all rise and pay respects to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, bless this meeting. Let our decision be from you. Now thank you for giving us this Christmas holiday. Let us remind ourselves that this is the season that you have given us. In the Lord's name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, Secretary McDonald, can you please call the roll?
Okay, roll call for attendance at the December 18th PATMC meeting. Mr. Brakefield?
Here.
McDonald? Here. Mr. Pfeiffer?
Here.
Mr. Watley?
Here.
Mr. Wright?
Here.
Ms. Colvin?
Here.
Village of Leonard, we have the village president, William Moore.
Here.
And Village of Oxford?
There's no presence.
Okay. Okay, we have a
We have a
quorum.
quorum. Okay, at this time, I want to introduce a couple new members to council. First one is from the Village of Leonard, Bill Moore. Bill, I don't know if you want to say hi to people you haven't said hi to or not, but
Hello, this is a new experience for me, so I'll try to do the best I can going forward for the council. Thank you.
well, thank you.
Welcome.
And Catherine Colvin, she's an Oxford Township trustee and recently appointed on behalf of the Township Board to the Pollyant Trailway Management Council.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. Approval of our agenda. Any amendments to our agenda? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion to approve as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion by Councilor Watley, second by Vice Chair Brakefield to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. On to our consent agenda for the November 2024 meeting minutes. There's two sets of those, open session, closed session. Treasurer's report for the bills, financial reports, and the trail manager report for December 2024. Any questions on the consent agenda? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for a roll call vote on the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, the November 20th minute meetings. The treasurer's report, I meant meeting minutes. Treasurer's report, the bills to be paid at $44,737.36 for November 2024. Receive and file the financial reports in November 2024 and the trail manager's report in December 2024.
Support.
Okay, a motion by Vice Chair Brakefield, second by Councilor Pfeiffer to approve the consent agenda. Any further questions or comments on those? Okay, hearing none, please call the roll. Secretary McDonald.
Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Watley?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Colvin?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Brakefield?
Yes.
McDonald? Yes.
Okay, that motion carries. On the public comment, no public comment is present. No public is present. At this time, we're going to, and I'll read a motion to go into closed session here on our agenda. And I'll move to go into closed session to consult with legal counsel regarding trial and/or settlement strategy in connection with Pollyant Trail and PATMC versus Timothy and Kimberly Musinski, Oakland County Circuit Court case number 2024-210493-CZ.
Second.
Okay, motion by Chairperson Wright, second by Councilor Colvin to go into closed session. And we'll do a roll call vote on this, Secretary McDonald.
Okay, to go into closed session, Ms. Watley?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Colvin?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Brakefield?
Yes.
McDonald? Yes. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
That's it, right?
Yep, that's it. That's it. So we'll pause the camera out there.
Hey.
Okay, it's 3:53 PM. We're back in open session. And at this time, Secretary McDonald, can you provide us a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the trail attorney to proceed as we discussed in closed session on this case.
I'll support.
Okay, motion by Secretary McDonald, second by Counselor Colvin to proceed with the attorney's provisions as discussed in closed session. We'll do a roll call on this, Secretary McDonald.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
Ms. Colvin,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Brakefield,
No?
Donald, yes. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Watley,
Yes.
did I get you, Curtis?
You did.
Okay.
Lead off.
All right, good.
Okay, that motion carries, and we're on to citizen rep report. Kevin, last report of the year, anything to offer us? Okay, thank you. Okay, on to unfinished business. Item 9A is 539 Joslin Road litigation update. We don't need to discuss that because we are already proceeding according to what we did in closed session. So any further discussion on that, council? Okay, hearing that, we're moving on to new business. The first one is the American Rescue Plan Act funding agreement with the Charter Township of Oxford. As mentioned at our last meeting, we entered into an agreement, or we're going to enter into an agreement to receive over $79,000 from Oxford Township through ARPA monies. And Oxford Township has approved that agreement already. So what I need here is council's approval to proceed with the agreement, if they're so choose to want to receive the monies.
So this is something we really have to think about?
Just make the motion,
I
Ed.
don't know.
I will
Trustee
make
Colvin and
that
I said,
motion,
wow,
sir,
this is a great idea,
With a
so,
grand thank you after that.
yeah.
Make the motion, Ed.
I did, I made the motion.
Support.
Okay, on that note, I got a motion by Vice Chair Brakefield and a second by Councilor Pfeiffer to accept the American Rescue Plan Act funding and enter into an agreement with Oxford Township. Any further questions or comments?
In the amount of,
Yeah, you
as
want me to
as
read
stated.
you want me to read my motion?
The
that I
motion
had
is
instead
as-
of paraphrasing it? I'll do it just for the record. I move to approve the interlocal agreement for American Rescue Plan Act funding distribution between the Charter Township of Oxford and the Pollyant Trailway Management Council, Inc., as presented for the obligation of $79,329.02 in American Rescue Plan Act funds designated for improvements to the Pollyant Trail, and to authorize the Pollyant Trailway Management Council chairman to execute the agreement.
Still support.
Okay, all right. So the motion and second is on the floor. Any further questions to approve the agreement? Okay, hearing none, Secretary McDonald, will you please call the roll for us?
Colvin,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Brakefield,
Yes?
McDonald, yes. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Watley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carried.
Okay, good. So I'll sign that agreement, and then that'll be in place, and then, if you looked in the packet, you'll see what the monies are gonna be used for, and Linda,
Can I start ordering now?
if you'd like, if you'd like. I mean, once you
Okay.
get the bills, submit them to Oxford Township, and we'll
Betcha I will.
check back to the Pollyant Trail. Yeah, we'll check back to Pollyant Trail. Okay, next on our agenda are budget amendments. In your packet, council, is the budget amendment for 2024. The budget has been amended to see your revenues and expenditures balancing at $196,118. Is there any questions on the budget amendment to the 2024 budget?
I'll make a motion to approve the budget amendments
Okay.
with comment.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Counselor Watley, second by Vice Chair Brakefield to approve the 2024 budget amendments for the Pollyant Trailway Management Council. Counselor Watley.
Just super grateful for the council for just knocking stuff out. And we've had good funding set aside for this particular reason. It's always budget adjustments aren't fun, but when it comes to making improvements for our residents and patrons using the trailways, well done, everyone, and the past board too.
Yeah,
And
so-
you too. So.
So I think with Trail Manager Moran's efforts and the money's coming from the state of Michigan, that's definitely improved our budgeting and our numbers there. So if there's no further comments, I'll entertain a roll call motion to approve the budget amendments for 2024.
Okay, Moore,
Yes.
Brakefield,
Yes?
McDonald, yes. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Watley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
all in favor.
Okay, good. Good deal. I kind of misspoke there. Entertain the motion, we already had it on the floor.
Sorry. I figured I'd jump
That's
in.
right. Next item on our agenda is our 2025 meeting schedule. Council members, I'd give this some thought, and we met in 2024, this is our last meeting of the year, you can see I put the schedule in there. But for 2025, I had a brainstorm thought to say, you know what, we can probably do our business in half the amount of time if council's so inclined to want to entertain that offer. So what I did is I picked out some dates of meetings to have Poly and Troy Management Council meetings, and I narrowed it down to 6 meetings a year for this. I eliminated the Village of Leonard because of the drive for, in this case, Orion Township to get there is probably, 45 minutes to get out there?
Feels longer.
Is it?
Hey,
It's beautiful though.
it's worth it, right, Aaron?
But anyway, it's a suggestion on the table. If you feel you still want to meet 11 times out of the year, that's what we've been doing. You know, our attendance has picked up pretty good here in the last few months. I mean, we have basically a full council meeting, council itself. Councilor Colvin.
I just was, I mean, we can always call a special meeting if necessary, correct? So I think this is fine.
Yeah, it's possible.
Looks like you've moved it to Fridays.
Did I move it to Fridays? Did I pick
Am I
the wrong
looking at
dates?
this? Maybe I'm.
Did I pick the wrong dates?
You looking
Help me
at
out.
the 24 or?
Maybe the
you looking
24th
at
session.
The 25.
Because we,
25, so if those dates are incorrect, definitely
Okay.
make those corrections now.
Yeah, I'm looking at 25 and the 17th is a Friday,
No,
February.
that's 24.
That's the 2024
You're looking
schedule,
at the
yeah.
2020. You gotta flip the
Oh,
page,
okay.
man.
I've got a question while he's.
I'll get to you, Linda. I'll get you. Go ahead, Vice Chair Brakefield.
During the summer, it's really busy. Would you ever consider adding September in there? Because that does-
I put this on the floor. So, as Councilor Colvin said, you can call special meetings if you need it. If you want to schedule it and cancel it, that's fine too. But this is a suggestion. If you want to, like I said, if you want to go back to the 11 meetings and approve the calendar
I would like to
2025.
add September and cancel it if there's nothing happening.
Okay, so there's a suggestion there. Any other comments on this?
I like the idea that it's not on Fridays, so thank you for that. I'm like, man, why Friday afternoon? That's all you had on town. No, I think it's good, although I re-upped for this because I like hanging with you guys. So, I mean, I'm sad that I'm gonna see you half as much, but I think we can be absolutely efficient at 6 meetings. So, good thinking. Thank you for being proactive and not just doing what we did last year without thinking about it.
All right, yeah, but you know, it's that matter too that, you know, if there's business to be done between, in this case, January and April, you know, the special meeting may come into effect, or if there's a consensus to move forward with something from council without a formal vote, that we all live with that. Let's see here, let's go to Secretary McDonald, and then I'll get to you, Linda.
Ed, are you waiting to speak? Oh,
I'm
okay.
just-
One of my concerns about the briefer schedule is when we get new events, we're gonna have to maybe have a mechanism in place to authorize the chair to approve an event subject to finding no conflicts. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't have to call a meeting because someone applies for an event a month beforehand. Kevin, that's kind of how it works sometimes. They come up fast and want to get moving, so that's just a thought for all of us.
We have some mechanisms in place. Linda, help me out
Does
here.
this too much to ask that we leave it just the way it is, and then you If there's nothing happens, send a memo, this date is canceled due to nothing going on?
Well, I think when you look back on 2024, there was always something going on, but the matter of the importance of it may not have dictated, hey, by the way, let's spend our Wednesday, 2 to 4 hours, whether it's travel time or sitting here, to make a simple motion and approval when you already know what the benefit of doing it without meeting is. I gotta go to Trail Manager Rand. She's been sending it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Trail Manager
Well,
Rand.
my concerns are the events, because we have a lot of events that come up short-term. And if the council would let Curtis and I administratively approve them, as long as they have their insurance and all of their paperwork in place, it shouldn't be much of a problem. Then, the events are the biggest thing, because we'll get some of these, I get a call the Wednesday before the next meeting and say, hey, we want to have an event. And they're not doing it intentionally, it's just they didn't know or whatever. And I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to have a group have an event on our trail, number one. Number two is, we're looking at a lot of high dollar ticket items next year, $79,329.02 specifically, with more to come. There's going to be a lot of expenditures, so if everybody's comfortable with basically me spending the money without having to wait 3-4 months to order gravel, I'm okay with that too. But that leaves a lot of responsibility on me and Curtis and I to actually.
Whoever the chairperson is.
You'll be the chair. Nobody wants that job. You get me if you get to be chair.
What you've done indirectly though now with $79,000, you've already laid the
Right.
Exhibit A groundwork of how much you're going to spend on each of those categories.
But that wasn't the total amount. That $91,000 is what I needed, but we needed to adjust that amount to fit the legal description for Oxford Township. And what I actually needed is $91,000 to finish it, you see, if you remember
Well,
correctly.
that's what we have a fund balance for,
I know.
Linda.
And and $50,000 was approved $50,000 was approved earlier this year for next year. Then the $79,000 came along, so we're ahead of the game.
Okay. Councilor Pfeiffer.
I have 100% confidence that if we leave the last minute events in the hands of our esteemed chairperson and trail manager, we're going to be in good hands. Regarding scheduling all the meetings and canceling, when I see meetings on my schedule, which now that I'm elected and on more boards, I see tons of them. I'd rather not have them on my schedule, no offense, because once I do, I'm trying to plan around it. And I'd rather not. I'd rather just, okay, yes, I can make it when we have to add an emergency meeting, if we do, which I'll always try to make. So that would be my only 2 cents on that. Not trying to,
Well, I was
feel like
only
you're a
wanted that one
kicking
day.
boy to
I
this.
didn't want the whole thing, I just wanted September added,
Um,
because that's our busy time.
Okay, well, I'll leave that to the rest of you then. But I have full confidence, and I think that to keep it as simple as possible, events, yeah, you guys know we want them insured, and you guys know better than anybody. So for you guys to approve those, I think would be completely fine, and I'd be happy to make that motion
Yeah, and
if necessary.
if I recall right, we have discretion, we as the chairperson and trail manager, on the nonprofit events. Because if they're reoccurring, it's basically just getting the information updated. And it's the for-profit ones that might become an issue when you know about them.
Yeah.
When you know about them. Okay, who else had a comment? Secretary McDonald?
I would hope that our construction expenses, we'd have plenty of notice. And the season doesn't start till April anyways, so if we're ready if we have an idea what the budget is, we can certainly pre-approve a lot of this, and then the chair and the trail manager could manage them on behalf of the board. And as with the events, you're gonna put it on the next agenda anyways, so that the board's aware of what the actions were taken by the officer, so to speak.
Yeah, it'll be in her report.
Yeah,
The trail manager report will
so,
speak for that.
somebody gonna make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the newly presented schedule for 2025 with a total of 6 meetings.
I'll support.
Okay, a motion by Counselor Wiley, second by Counselor Colvin to approve the 2025 Paleontology Management Council meeting with reduced meeting schedule. Any further questions or comments on this? Okay, hearing none, now let's do a roll call vote on this. Secretary McDonald.
Okay, Brakefield,
Yes.
McDonald, yes. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Watley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right, very good, Council. Okay, so we'll see how this proceeds. If there becomes glitches or something in the process, and we will look at it and adjust accordingly. Next item, last item on our agenda is the appointment of officers. So,
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion,
all right, with,
partial motion.
sure, Vice Chair Brakefield.
I would like to see the board just to stay the way it is, except for the treasurer, which Bruce Pearson had, and for us to try to decide who we're going to have for treasurer. That would be you as chair, me as vice chair, Mike as secretary.
Okay.
That's a nominating
I'll
motion?
second.
That was a nominating motion?
Well, okay. All right, we got a motion by Vice Chair Brakefield, a second by Counselor Watley to approve
Nobody wants
the
me.
appointments of Curtis Wright as chairperson, Ed Brakefield as vice chairperson, Mike McDonald as secretary, and we need another motion after this one, I guess, to appoint a treasurer, even though I have one treasurer that won't have a seat if we
I would like to
approve
make a
this.
motion, he can deny it. if
We have a
he wants.
motion on the floor in a second. Motion
Oh.
second, we gotta vote on this one
I
first.
thought we had a second.
We
I
did?
made the motion, didn't you second it?
Yeah, but you
Oh,
didn't
we
fill,
hadn't had a vote.
we haven't had a vote, we haven't had a treasurer. So let's
Well-
start, we'll vote on this one first, and then we'll
Well, can
make
I
a motion
add-
for a
can I
treasurer.
modify my motion to
Uh,
request that Matt Pfeiffer be the treasurer?
We have to vote on this first.
We'll vote on this first, and then we'll do a separate motion to
I'd
appoint
rather
a
not give
treasurer.
him time to think.
It's too late.
He only has one vote. Okay, let's vote on the first three, chairperson, vice chairperson, and secretary. Let's roll call these out for the record. Give you a chance to vote
Okay.
no.
McDonald, yes. Pfeiffer,
On the first one, yes.
I told you didn't have time to think.
Watley,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Colvin,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
motion carries.
Motion carries.
Okay.
Oh, Brakefield, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so those are set for good or bad. On to a secretary and treasurer. We'll do treasurer.
If we could, if we
Treasurer.
can move on this very, very rapidly and not give him a chance to say no, I'd like to make a motion that we, Matt Pfeiffer is treasurer. Come on, second. Already, there's a second. He hadn't had a chance to say no.
I didn't hear the second.
I didn't hear a second either.
I've been
Wadley
added.
said
I've been added to treasury on 2 other councils, and quite frankly, I'm a little nervous that I'm worried I'm taking on too much.
You
So
don't
I would
have to do
prefer it
anything.
be another member, and I'd be happy to start throwing out names. Well, we have these new members that I think would be really good.
I can tell you this, Bruce Pearson had it and he never looked at the check.
Because,
You're exactly right.
What is it?
because Oxford Township does our bookkeeping and
Yeah.
everything, Matt,
You don't do
it's a
anything.
very
We don't do
low.
anything.
You got a title, you got a title.
All right.
You have a title. You know,
I'm consulting.
I don't know what it.
New members.
so I had a motion by Vice Chair Brakefield, and I had a second by Counselor Watley, the fellow Orient Township
I can't
rep.
do that. I'm not second. I will not do that. I will not throw my
You won't
board member
stand
under the
in
bus.
You already said you would.
I'll support.
Here we go.
Thank you.
We got a motion by Vice Chair Brakefield and a second by Counselor Colvin.
Yes.
Okay. All right, any further discussion?
Won't do any good, will it?
The floor is yours. Okay, if not, we'll do a roll call vote on this. Secretary McDonald.
Well, it's Matt's turn to go first, so Pfeiffer. Nothing like being
Yes.
There it is,
Okay.
there it is.
Watley,
Yes, if he conceded, I will too.
Wright,
Yes,
Colvin,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Brakefield,
Yes.
McDonald, yes.
Yay.
Motion carries
All right.
unanimously, Matt.
all right, nice deal. All right, with that, there's no public in the audience here, so council member comments, we're gonna start off with our new counselor, Colvin.
Oh, I have no comments. Thank you.
Counselor Moore.
This is an eye-opening procedure for a trailway that I never thought that much about. So,
Yeah, you got baptized quick, didn't you?
yeah.
That's gonna change.
Anything else?
Happy holidays. Right?
That's great. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Happy holidays,
all of
that's
them.
mine.
That's yours? Counselor Watley.
Yep, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
New appointed treasurer, Pfeiffer.
It'll work, Matt.
Thank you,
It'll
thank
work.
you so much for your trust and confidence in me as your next treasurer. And, no, hey, Merry Christmas to all of you. I did, this was the only, committee that I, fought to stay on. I didn't have to fight that hard because people didn't know what they're missing, but I'm a big fan of you guys. I'm assuming I'll grow to like you too, but we'll see. Just teasing. Big fan of the trail, and so thank you. Merry Christmas. Have a great rest of the year. Enjoy your time.
Vice Chair Brakefield.
Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful new year, safe new year. That's it.
Trail Rep, Green.
Happy holidays and congratulations to the new board.
Trail Manager Moran.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna have another bang-up year for next year. And, as our illustrious council member says, just get it done. I'm gonna get t-shirts made. Just get something done. So I will be out there, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's gonna be a good season.
So some parting thoughts here from the chair. Looking back on 2024, we accomplished a few things. We're still in the litigation, we know with Joslin, of course, which is a blemish for us. The Leonard Nature Park, that's gonna be getting going. That's your project now, Mr. Moore.
We do. We are discussing some improvements happening to that
Yeah,
park feature this
yeah.
year.
So it's a big plus there. Canyon connected to the water main of the Pollyant Trail, took care of that. We put a procurement policy in place, beverage drives, plural, right? Linda? Leonard Drinking Fountain, has there been any issues with that?
It's off.
Since it's been off?
No,
No?
not really, no. I haven't gotten, when I've been up there doing things, nobody said anything. I mean, I think it was missed a little, but nobody was,
Knocking your door down?
yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Leonard Corral, got that completed, thanks to Linda, Mike, and.
Bruce.
Miss-
Bruce
Mr.
and Mike.
Harris, yeah.
Bruce and
And
Mike.
we had some residents
And,
help too.
Mr. Brightfoot, did you
Well,
help?
I paid for the first one,
Yeah.
but they did all the work on the second round.
Yep.
There's
I
still
showed
a
up to
sign
take
up there
pictures.
with the
Still sign,
Brakefield
I'll make
name
sure
on
that
it.
my sign is still up there. Thanks, Dad.
Anytime you want to kick in a couple of quid there, Ed, just let me know.
And Justin Schilling Memorial Garden, that's been put in place.
We put phase 1 in place. Phase 2 and phase 3 will be going in hopefully this year. I did apply for a $10,000 Oakland County Leadership Grant that comes with volunteers. So they bring the materials, they bring the bodies, so we should probably hear in the next week or so if we make the cut and we get that grant. So,
Okay. And the MDNR grant, $62,000.
checks in the mail, they swear to God.
And the last one I put down was their asphalt repairs.
Yeah.
So
All
things
done.
are moving to Councilor Wiley's comments, so that's what we want to do, we want to keep things going, and by this time next year, we should be in pretty good shape with having a lot of this trail redone, and also be aware that we will be starting our master plan renewal too, so we're gonna get that going on that. Also, I will be sending out a contact list for what I know, so everybody correct whatever I send, and we'll get that back, get that all organized, so if you need to call somebody or contact them with Catherine and Bill's name's on it and whoever else. Is there an alternate for the council?
I don't remember.
Julia was before. She was on, right, Linda? Was Julia?
There is an alternate. I can't
Okay,
remember.
so
offhand. I'll fill it
that, so
in.
those are things, just feed them out to us and we'll get them on there. So, so with that, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll get 2025 off on the right foot here and just keep things going. So thanks again, council, for that. With that, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn at 4:19 PM.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
We got a motion by Vice Chair Brakefield and a second by Councilor Colvin to adjourn the meeting at 4:19. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Board, Council.